The East Hempfield Township Traffic Commission to order. I'm not going to read the whole Zoom announcement. I don't think we do that at this meeting anyway.
Nope.
So let's start then with a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. Now the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty, we have for action items, we have the minutes of the last meeting from April 19th. Were there any comments or corrections?
None here, sir.
Okay, then may I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I move to approve the April 19th, 2023 minutes as prepared.
Second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So moved. All right, the next item on the agenda is stop signs at Bunny Drive and Lawrence Boulevard. Also one at Lawrence Boulevard and Pheasant Drive, which is just west of Centerville Road. Anyone want to?
We had a concern that was raised by. Who raised that concern? Police department?
No, so the residents on Lawrence Boulevard were concerned initially. There was discussion amongst staff, and then with staff driving through, recognized it was a definite concern. With the new development at the end of Lawrence, there's significantly more traffic on that road, and it's become more of a through street, even though the development is dead-ended. And so there are no stop signs at the intersection of Lawrence and Pheasant and Lawrence and Bunny. So Perry went down, took a look at those and determined where the stop sign should be placed. And that's what's depicted on the graphic that you have before you. It'll make the intersection safer for the residents that are driving through there.
So we had an official study done, so we'd be, it's not, the traffic commission could then therefore make a motion to adopt those and create those stops areas.
And I noticed there that there were trees and shrubbery in the clear slate triangle. Is that, has that been addressed, or is that, if we eliminate that, would that eliminate the need for the stop sign, or do we still need them? Is that, I see that in the,
My understanding was that Perry was posting the residences, was notifying the residences of the needs for the trimmings, but it does not negate the need for the stop signs. When you come in Bunny from Centerville Road, you can turn right or left without stopping. There's literally no stop sign there. And the people coming up Lawrence are expecting that they have the right of way to continue straight through. And so you have significant potential for impact at all of both intersections in all directions, because there are no stop signs at all whatsoever at either of the intersections.
It would seem to me this might warrant belts and suspenders, and that the stop signs are good for the traffic motions you've just outlined, but getting rid of any visual obstacles would be a plus.
Which is what Perry's doing.
Pardon?
Which is what Perry's doing.
Okay. Okay, so we're doing both.
very good. All right, well, unless there's any more discussion or comments from the audience, I guess we need a motion. So is there a motion?
I will make a motion that we approve placing stop signs at the intersections of Bunny and Lawrence and Pheasant and Lawrence, I believe it is. And also that the clear sight triangles are cleaned of visual obstruction.
Well said. Do we have a, I will second that, sorry. And so all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And the motion is unanimous and approved. 2-0. Alrighty, and then we have a traffic report, I believe, is the next item on the agenda.
Based on the decision from the last traffic commission meeting, we did remove Spring Valley Road from the list. Although that does continue to have attention for the police department to continue enforcement. What we'd also like to do is remove Nestle Road, since that's essentially the same kind of status that is being monitored by the police. But we have not had any,
Said Nisley.
yes. We just wanted to somehow
There it is, 900 block of Nisley, yeah.
begin to narrow down this traffic commission report. Otherwise, we'd have all the streets on here if we kept going.
I believe we had the owner there at the yield sign came in here last year, was it, I guess? And had some concerns. But I haven't really heard anything more from him, so I assume they're satisfied or?
Go ahead. Yeah.
We had that resident come in, you're correct, last year about the yield sign. We had had 3 accidents there, I believe it was, 2 or 3 within a 5-year period that really weren't. I think only one had anything to do with the yield sign. Then more recently, a resident came in concerned about speed as well as the no left turn that's posted in Nisley and Centerville, which is why this went back on to the report. We've been doing a fair amount of enforcement of that no left turn. Our numbers have come down based on the enforcement. We've been doing speed there. We've had our message board and our speed signs posted there. We're well aware that the 900 block is a tough 25 zone with the downhill coming off of Centerville. But at this point, it's an area that we should just monitor and keep on our rotation for speed. I don't know that there's any necessarily improvements that are on the table to be made, which is why staff is requesting that it be removed from the report and just put back into our normal places of enforcement to monitor.
I think he had a close call or something, and maybe that's what got him in here, and so sounds like it's being watched. Anything else? One from the audience?
I guess we want a motion to remove Nisley Road until such time as it's necessary to revisit it. So
Sounds like
I'll make
you're
that
right.
motion.
Very good. I will second. Favor of removing Nisley Road from the traffic report, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. All right, next on the agenda, traffic studies, we have none. Under old business, we have the truck route study. And we are still waiting from the draft from the engineer. Is there any new word on that?
I just can't seem to have him release that.
Everybody's
Keep
busy.
offering, yes.
I can sympathize with the problem because it's a lot going on right now. So we'll just keep that on there, and hopefully next time it'll be draft ready. And then we have new business. New business, I don't see any on the agenda. So moving on, public comments. And there we have nothing. Anyone on Zoom or Mr. Madonna or anyone? Any concerns?
May we interpret no public comment that things are okay on Stony Battery? Same. Worse?
Well, right now we've got Church Street closed, so can't really
Have we discussed before whether it's primarily passenger vehicle or truck or what? It's all.
I wouldn't necessarily say every vehicle, but so to say all, I would not necessarily agree with that, but there's. Yeah. The police department did do a joint speed detail with West Hempfield. Right? We did that on May 8th. We ran with West Hempfield from 6:15 to 8 a.m. So it was first time in a while that both jurisdictions were out at the same time to try and make an impact. So
Any plans to do that more often? I mean, is that helpful to have both departments?
it's nice to have both because then we can run both north and southbound. We have to align staffing between the two departments. Just happened that the Monday that we ran, both agencies had full staffing, so we were able to pull some bodies from West Hempfield when we told them that we were going to be out there. They were able to jump in, so.
All righty, well, I guess my first meeting is going to be a short one. Unless there's anything else, we'll bring it to a close at 6:12. Wasn't too hard. Thought I saw somewhere that there was, maybe it was for the main meeting, that the contact hours was like pretty small, and I thought, is that all that we're out there? But I see from the report that it's a lot more than that. I don't know where I saw that, but I
The
think it was like,
the contact hours that
yeah, maybe it was in
on
the,
Stony Battery or.
maybe it was on the report for the main meeting, like the consent agenda. But I don't, maybe I misread that. But anyway, it just, obviously you're
Harry,
doing more
we'll
than
see you
a
in the
couple
next
hours.
one.
Are you talking Stony Battery or just in general?
I think in
Everywhere?
general is what I was thinking.
We've got a
Harry,
busy-
can you hear me?
Let me see if I can find it.
We'll see you in the next meeting.
Oh,